So have you ever wondered why when you set out to do things, you write goals for yourself, that is so hard to stick to them and how you keep going back and forth and back and forth and then to inevitably quit? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you why. So at the beginning of my journey, one thing that was evident was I didn't have control over the way that I ate. So I love working out. That wasn't the problem. The problem was that my diet was outrunning all the work that I did all those previous years. So when I grew up, I grew up in the South. So I'm from Alabama. So we frequented all you could eat buffets, like all the time. Any, celebrations that we had a big family gathering, it was usually at an all you could eat buffet where everybody could sit around at a big table, laugh and have a good time. That wasn't the problem. And the problem didn't develop right then. The thing was, it just set the tone for later on in my life. So these things came back to haunt me. So I got used to it early on that I would eat 4 and 5 plates of food. And I'm not even sure at this point in time, just thinking about it, that I was even doing it for me. I think I just kind of like got off the feeling of, like I could put away a lot of food and then everybody noticed it. I'm not even sure if I actually even wanted all that food. But anyway, these are the things that set the tones for, like later on in our life. So all that extra eating and things, it helped me while I was playing football. But the problem with that is 10 years later, I'm not playing anymore and I'm still eating the exact same way. So this was the reason why I needed to make a change. And when I started doing intermittent fasting, which is what I'm talking to you about in the video, when I started doing intermittent fasting, this was one of the things that became evident, is that I needed to do something different. So when I started intermittent fasting, it was not a easy process because I'm used to eating whenever I want, whatever I want. Now this comes with a couple of difficulties, if you want to say it that way. And I'm going to explain to you why and how this relates to you failing, or relates to you keep lapsing on the habits that you try to create for yourself. So the reason why I chose intermittent fasting in the first place is because I just wanted to restrict the amount of times that I could eat in a day. And I've tried a lot of different things. I've tried the keto diet, and if you ever heard of something called Advocare, I tried that too, and I had amazing results. I think on those diets, I lost upwards of 20 to 30 pounds. I'm not saying all these diets work, but the thing is, they're so difficult to maintain. And then when you dig into them, they're like so odd. And you like, who wants to live like that? I want to eat whatever I want. So the only thing for me was like, if I want to eat whatever I want, how am I going to accomplish that? Because all these other diets, they make you cut out things, and you can't have this and you can't have that, and you end up having some stupid shopping cart. What I want to do, I want to have it all. And that got me working. So I can have it all with intermittent fasting. The problem with that was I went in too heavy too soon. So what I mean by that is I said that I wanted to do the 16-8. So 16 hours of no eating, and then you have an 8-hour window to eat. So that's the one I did, and I said I'm gonna do this completely. So I was doing it, I guess almost 5 to 7 days a week, just right off the rip. So the problem with this is the way that our bodies are built is the problem. So our bodies are built for comfort. Anything that you do that's uncomfortable, your body's gonna say, no, I don't wanna do that. And that's what happens when you try to do things too fast. So me, like I'm kind of hard-headed. I like to do things over and over and over and over again until it's so painful, then I switch. So that's the reason why I'm telling you that now today, is because I don't want you to make the same mistake I did. So what you have to do with anything, and this is not just with your eating, this is like with any habit that you're trying to build, you got to start off slow, because your body is built to go against all that stuff that you're trying to do that's good for it. So when you try to do things like shocking your body and say, okay, now I'm eating 3 times a day with snacks included all throughout the day, and now you're telling me I can only eat twice. Now your body doesn't like that, and what's going to happen is you're going to say, all right, so I did pretty good today. I'll go ahead and chill on that, or I'll go ahead and do that since I did a good job. And what ends up happening is because you do too much too soon, you end up eating all the stuff that you end up restricting in the first place. So what you have to do is you have to gradually go into this kind of stuff. And that's one thing that I discovered, and I'm kind of still on that journey now because I still like eating, but I'm a little bit more mindful of what I eat, and I have a restricted window. And also what that does is it's an active way to build discipline, because what's going to happen if you even attempt to do intermittent fasting is you're going to get hungry. Your stomach's going to start making noises. You might be in a quiet place when it does, so get ready for the croaking. But your body's going to want to go and eat something. What you have to do is you have to resist it, but you don't want to just go full 16-8. First, start off by something easy. See how long you can even go without eating something, because I'm pretty sure everybody, like, and me too, like, I still eat breakfast. I just don't eat it every day. So the thing that I did, like when I started what I'm doing now, is I went full speed ahead, and I went 5 days, 16-8, and my body didn't like it. And I ended up eating exactly over the amount. So I spent my first 3 months doing intermittent fasting going nowhere, because I would restrict myself and I would eat too much, and then it would just kind of defeat the purpose until I slowly started like getting it that this is a lifetime. I got time to get this right. Like, I have to take the timeline out of it, because the timeline is my life. So if you slow that down and you think, I'm not doing this for next season to get abs, I'm doing this so 10 years from now, I don't have to worry about looking for a video to solve the same problem. We can figure it out now, so you're on maintenance mode in 10 years, not looking for a solution to fix diabetes, high blood pressure, all these things. There is no pill for that. There's not one pill for that. There's not a solution for that. So when I tell you these things, like, we have to start doing these things now. You have to start becoming more mindful of these things now, because your life isn't going to get any easier. You're going to get older. You're going to get slower. You're going to get, just by time, just a little bit less unhealthy. We don't want to accelerate that process. So what we want to do is we want to start gradually changing things. So when we reach that point to where we start slowing down, it's not such a dramatic change. We don't have to worry about this kind of stuff. We start now, gradually introducing this stuff. This timeline is pretty much on you. You can do the easiest steps, and you can go all the way to the hardest steps, but you have to start doing these things. Incorporate small little steps over time, and you'll be surprised at the things that, the weight just comes off. And this is also, and last thing, when someone left a comment on one of my videos, and the last thing I want to say is that it's not the 30 minutes that I do that makes it so effective. It's the things that I built around it. So this is another reason why I say plans don't actually work, because they put you completely in the fire in the beginning. And what that does is it shocks your body so much it wants to run all the way back to where it started from. I'm not saying that they don't work. They work, but it takes a lot of extra effort just to make these plans work. So when you're doing something, just take the phrase, turn up the heat. So what turning up the heat is just gradually increasing it as your body gets used to the change. Just turn up the heat. And I guarantee you, all these goals and habits and all these things that you were trying to force into place, when you start slowing down and slowly doing incremental changes, they start to, merge a lot better. And it becomes a lifestyle instead of just something that you have to do over that time period. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that this was beneficial. If you want like a more specific video about intermittent fasting and the things that I do with intermittent fasting, I can make a video specific about that. But other than that, guys, just the thing that we have to start getting used to doing is taking new information and actually thinking about it. Because you get to a certain point, like, you're looking for a solution. And then don't dismiss something just because it doesn't sound normal to you. You have to digest this information and think about it. That's all you have to do. Just think about it. You have to start taking your health serious now. Like, we're in a very crucial time, and things are moving so fast. And we have to build a body that can keep up with the times. And that's one day at a time. So don't do everything so crazy and so fast. Slow down and just gradually turn up the heat. If you like this video, like and subscribe. I appreciate you. I look forward to making the next video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.